Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I.
Huh?
But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
I still remember the first time when you guys recommended me Red Dead Redemption 2. I definitely hesitated when I first looked at the game cover. I just wasn't sure it was something that I would enjoy, as normally not the kind of game that I would pick up. First off, I know nothing about the cowboys or the Wild Wild West. It was just something that I was never exposed to. But I gave it a chance because you guys said that it has an amazing story, and I'm so glad that I did. Knowing that it was by Rockstar, what I found was this game isn't just about outlaws and shootouts. It was more to it. It's a story about life, regret, and redemption. And through Arthur Morgan, I learned something that I never expected that I would. And with that, let's talk about it. You know, Arthur Morgan wasn't just an outlaw. He was a man shaped by loyalty. Loyalty that wasn't just about blood, but shared struggle, survival, and belief in something bigger. The Van der Linde gang is all he ever knew. For years, he followed Dutch without question, brought into his grand vision of freedom. But loyalty, that's a double-edged sword. For years, Arthur stood by Dutch, but it's not until his tuberculosis diagnosis he finally began to see the crack in the foundation he built his life upon.
Why are these two still here? Old pals of Micah's.
They're getting real comfortable.
We need guns for what's coming. Cleet and Joe know how to fight. It's lucky I bumped into them.
What is going on, Dutch? What is happening to us? What's happening to you?
You show him some respect.
Excuse me?
The gang was falling apart, and at the center of it was Micah Bell, a man who slithered his way through Dutch's ears and whispered poison into his mind.
Why are you letting Micah get in your ear?
There's no need to be jealous, Arthur.
I'm just trying to work out what's going on here.
Run along now.
Through Arthur's eye, I saw firsthand how a manipulative force like Micah Bell can corrupt a group inside and out. I have to say, while I was playing this game, I learned a lot in this interaction. I am pretty sure we all have experienced something like this some point in our lives. How often do we find ourselves trapped in loyalty to the people that no longer have our best interests at heart? How many times do we watch friendship, co-worker, even family fall apart because of that one toxic person?
What is wrong with you all? I got this. I got this. We've been through worse before. We survived. Don't lose faith. That is the one thing I can't bear. Faith. Just have faith.
Listen to the man, will you? Come on! We're getting out of here soon. Faith, people! Faith! I still believe in you, old man.
Micah Bell. Every time I say his name, I still get angry. Every time I saw him on the screen, I just want to punch him in the face. But yet, as much as I hated him, I can't help but be fascinated by him at the same time. Because watching Michael work into Dutch's good grace wasn't just frustrating, it was a masterclass of manipulation. At first, I just don't get it. I mean, why would Dutch, this man Arthur followed for years, practically raised him, suddenly choose Micah over him? But that's the genius of manipulation, isn't it? It doesn't happen over time. It was a slow, calculated game, and Micah played it better than anyone. Unlike Arthur, I noticed that Micah never directly challenged Dutch. He knew that Dutch prided himself on being the leader, the visionary, the man with the plan. So instead of opposing him, Micah fed into Dutch's ego at every turn. He played the role of the loyal right-hand man, always constantly validating Dutch's ideas and always whispering words that Dutch wanted to hear. But he knew flattery wasn't gonna be enough. Micah made sure that he was indispensable. He positioned himself as the gang financial lifeline, taking on the dirtiest and the most reckless job. He didn't care how many people would suffer or die or get hurt, as long as money kept flowing.
Shit! Now we're being robbed! Get across the river! What the hell? Get out of there! You dumb bastards!
With each score, he tightened the grip of the gang, making himself seem essential. And that's the terrifying part. When someone controls the resources, they control the narrative. So when Arthur and John dared to call out Micah, Dutch didn't even listen. Because in Dutch's eyes, Micah was the one keeping them afloat.
Seems old Micah was pretty close with Milton.
What the hell are you talking about, cowpoke?
You talked.
That's a goddamn lie.
Dutch.
Dutch, think of the future.
Milton told me.
And you believe him, Black Lung? You believe him?
It all makes sense now.
No, it damn well doesn't.
And why would you turn against the person who's been helping you? It wouldn't make any sense. And that's exactly how manipulation works. It warps reality until the truth drowns out by the lies you want to believe. And what is interesting is this don't just happen in games. We all seen a Micah Bell. Think about that one person who insert themselves into a group or workplace, slowly shifting power, making themselves seem inviolable. They don't need to be the loudest in the room. They just need to whisper into the right ear. And what's the worst part? By the time you see the damage they have done, it is already too late. And that's what made Micah Bell so terrifying. Not because he was strong, because he was smart. And let's face it, come on now. If Arthur and Micah was in a fight, Arthur would have choked him out. Because manipulation isn't about force, it's about control. And in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, we saw it in real time through Arthur's eyes. And by the time Arthur knew what was going on, he was running out of time.
I'm worried my path is coming to an end, Mr. Swanson.
Maybe. I felt that way for a long time about myself. I mean, but you'll do what's right.
I don't know about that.
I do. Save who you can and let the rest rot. And look after yourself.
Maybe. We'll see.
You do see. You just can't quite admit it to yourself.
All aboard?
Be well, Reverend.
All aboard?
You too, Arthur?
Sure. Good luck out there.
You lived your life like a man, Arthur, and you turned into a good man. If we were all like you, things might have turned out differently.
You're getting mighty sentimental, Reverend.
It's strange how life works. Micah's betrayal showed Arthur the crack in the gang. But it wasn't until he was coughing up blood that he realized the problem wasn't just Dutch. It was him too. The choices that he made, the people that he hurt, the lives he has taken, all for a cause that made no sense anymore. For years, Arthur fought for survival, for loyalty, for an idea Dutch had planned in him long time ago. But in the face of his own mortality, everything changed. He wasn't fighting for the gang anymore. He was fighting for something bigger. He was fighting for his redemption. And through Arthur's journey, I learned something too. At the start, Arthur followed Dutch blindly, believing in his visions and trusting in his leadership. But in a way, his illness was an unexpected gift. It stripped away all of the illusions and revealed the truth. Dutch wasn't revolutionary. He wasn't a man with a plan. He was just another outlaw who refused to accept the world as it was. And when a man refused to change, he sealed his own fate. Dutch was holding on desperately of the dream of control, even though there was overwhelming evidence that he lost it long ago. If only he just accepted reality and adapt to the world instead of fighting it, maybe, just maybe, he could have led his gang into peace instead of destruction. They could have gone to Tahiti. But that's the thing about people like Dutch. They don't change. They do not like change. And for some odd reason, he didn't want anyone else to change either. Arthur, however, did. As the world moved on without Arthur, he realized something that most people never do. We are all part of a larger story, one that continues long after we are gone. And with what little time that he had left, he did one thing that truly matters. He made sure John was okay. And in the end, Arthur's kindness and sacrifice, despite everything that he did, proved that redemption is always possible for those who truly seek it. That love, not violence, is what changed the world. That a person isn't just the sum of their worst mistakes, but the choices that they make in the end. Arthur Morgan might have lived as an outlaw, but he died a better man than most. Every now and then when I come across a Red Dead Redemption 2 video and seeing Arthur, it's always bittersweet. His stories still linger. It's like the last echo of a song that I never wanted to end. Watching Arthur taking his final breath was painful, not because he died alone. And yet he was finally free from the gang, free from the weight of blind loyalty. He was able to choose how his story ends. With that said though, I can't help but wonder sometimes who Arthur Morgan would have been in life if he was dealt with another hand. If he would have lived longer if it wasn't for the sin of his past. But I guess that's the funny thing about life. We don't get to choose our circumstances sometimes, but we do get to choose what we do with them. Arthur's journey taught me that. Arthur's story also taught me that who I surround myself with matters, that we should hold on to people who uplift us, but also have the strength to walk away from those who pull us down. That redemption isn't found by erasing the past. It is found by making the most of the time that we have left. And maybe that's why Arthur Morgan's story stayed with so many of us. Because at some point, we will all face the moment of reckoning. When we look at our lives and ask, have I been a good person? Have I done enough? It is too late to change. Arthur Morgan reminds us that it's never too late. And to Arthur Morgan, thank you. Thank you for taking me on your journey. You will always be a reminder to live fully, embrace change, and seek solitude in nature because nature heals. Seek your own path and cherish the connection we all build along the way. So I'm curious, if you have played Red Dead Redemption 2, how did this game change your life? Did you have a new perspective? Is there a lesson that you learned about people? Please leave a comment down below because I would really love to hear your story. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye!